Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. This is Ishrat Jahan Nishi, working as education counselor at Quest Educare. We are here to help students like you to choose the right study destination. So, if you are planning to study in Malaysia or you are still figuring out your options, এই সেশনটা definitely আপনাদের জন্য অনেক helpful হতে যাচ্ছে. So today we'll talk about why Malaysia, APU courses near the admission process, scholarships, and visa guidance. And lastly, মালয়েশিয়াতে স্টুডেন্ট লাইফটা আসলে কেমন হতে পারে এসব নিয়ে। So feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. So we'll take the questions during the Q&A round at the end. So আজকে আমাদের সেশনটা একটু স্পেশাল বিকজ আমাদের সাথে আজকে আছেন মিস হেলমি, a proud alumni of APU and who has been also working as a regional representative for the past 4 years in the Asia Pacific University, Malaysia. So she brings both student and professional perspective to the session, making it more interactive and incredible opportunity for all of you considering studying at APU. Hello, Apu.
Hello, Shraddha. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Okay.
very, I'm very happy to be on this webinar today, and welcome audience, whoever has joined already or not yet. If you have any questions, like she said, drop it down in the comment box. I'll try my best to give you a really inside look into APU student life, like she mentioned, living in Malaysia, what the experience would be like, and of course, everything about APU that you need to know.
Okay. So without wasting any more time, let's start our session with the most asked question. Why Malaysia? So একটা ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্ট হিসেবে কি রিজন থাকতে পারে মালয়েশিয়াকে স্টাডি ডেস্টিনেশন হিসেবে চুজ করার জন্য?
Well, mainly Malaysia is chosen because it's a much more affordable alternative for higher education, quality higher education, which especially APU, which is benchmarked with all British curriculum. APU is also a direct partner of DMU, De Montfort University of Leicester in the UK. So this shows the standard of the education for those who cannot really afford to go to the UK, US, or Canada, or for some reason they couldn't make it. I think if they still consider going abroad, Malaysia is the second best destination and the first best for anyone looking for affordable quality education.
Okay. So second question is, এপিইউতে কোন কোর্সগুলো এখন সবচেয়ে বেশি ডিমান্ডে আছে, স্পেশালি among Bangladeshi students?
For Bangladeshi students, from the trends in the past 5 years we've seen is mostly past 5 years. Actually, in the past 2 years, it has changed from mostly business studies to now them going into AI, cybersecurity, data analytics. Very very tech focused. That's the area that's booming, especially data analytics. For students who are even considering master's programs, if they come from a different background, such as economics, social sciences, or business, they're still going for data analytics studies for their master's program. Because at APU, regardless of what your bachelor's degree is in, whatever, it could be business, it could be accounting, it could be science, anything. If you want to go for an unrelated course for your master's, you can. For example, if you studied English in bachelor's, you can go for data analytics in master's as well. The catch is here you'll have to do some prerequisite they have to do some prerequisite courses before they start the main core courses. So that's one advantage of studying at APU and making the best of the future tech focused scenario globally. They can upskill themselves.
All right. So speaking of partnership universities, so APU dual degree সম্পর্কে যদি আপনি কিছু শেয়ার করতেন, because স্টুডেন্টরা অনেক সময় হচ্ছে
ডিগ্রিটা হচ্ছে আমি একটু আগে যেটা মেনশন করলাম ডিএমইউ ডি মন্টফোর্ট ইউনিভার্সিটি অফ লাইস্টার সেটার সাথে ইটস এভরিথিং ইজ বেঞ্চমার্কড all the courses and everything. So এখানে আমাদের dual degree প্রোগ্রামটা হচ্ছে it's just you make a payment of 425 British pounds every year. So যদি 3 years এর একটা কোর্স প্রোগ্রাম নিয়ে থাকা হয় ওখানে তার মানে per year 3 বার 425 pounds দিতে হবে। সিমিলারলি যদি যে কোনো ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং প্রোগ্রামে এনরোল থাকে ওখানে four times পে করতে হবে যেহেতু 4 years program. So এটা করার পরে end of their program they will have two certificates, one from APU and another one from DMU. That is what the offering is basically. You get the certificate from DMU as well without any additional exams or relocation to say the UK or anything. That's the advantage. If you want to avail, I also want a British certificate. It might help me if you want to study in maybe in Britain in the future for a master's or a PhD, and you think that it might help you. That's definitely something you can go for, students. I'm speaking directly to the audience as I'm saying you.
তো আচ্ছা, একজন ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্ট হিসেবে এপিইউতে অ্যাডমিশন নিতে চাইলে বেসিক প্রসেসটা কিরকম হতে পারে?
Kisha?
এপিইউতে অ্যাডমিশন নিতে চাইলে বেসিক প্রসেস বা হচ্ছে কি ডকুমেন্টস লাগতে পারে?
Okay, the basic process is if you're going for a foundation degree, pre-university foundation or diploma, students must have their 10th grade equivalent academic documents and a valid passport of 2 years. যেটা হচ্ছে এসএসসি হতে পারে, এসএসসি মার্কশিট এন্ড ট্রান্সক্রিপ্ট এই দুটো থাকতে হবে, সাথে পাসপোর্টের ইনফরমেশন কপিটা। এগুলো once we have it, that they're eligible, after the issuance of the offer letter, they need to make the EMGS Stage 1 visa fee. This is basically a visa process, a payment for the visa process. So, ওটার সাথে required documents গুলো submit করতে হবে, and then it will take about 1 মাসের মতো to finish the visa process. ওটা হওয়ার পরে they will have to make either a full year payment of tuition fees or the first semester fee with the additional miscellaneous fees, and then they're ready to, they need to apply for their SCV once they receive their visa approval letter. Once they have all that, they need to fly into Malaysia before their intake begins. So that could be maximum 2 weeks prior to the beginning of the intake. So this is the process basically. This was for, say, pre-university. For degree, same. They need to have their 12th grade, 10th and 12th grade equivalent documents. তার মানে SSC and HSC অথবা O levels and A levels অথবা GED, we also accept GED. এগুলো থাকতে হবে, and then the same thing. And for masters, we just need your bachelor's degree transcripts and certificate along with the passport information page and CV, and then we go the similar path. The process is the same, but just the documentations depending on the course or the level of study.
অলরাইট, সো ইংলিশ প্রফিসিয়েন্সি রিকোয়ারমেন্ট নিয়ে অনেকের প্রশ্ন থাকে। এপিইউ কি আইএলটিএস ছাড়া অন্য কোনো ইংলিশ প্রফিসিয়েন্সি টেস্ট কি অ্যাকসেপ্ট করে?
আইএলটিএস ছাড়া আমি আগেই বলে দিব যে ডুওলিঙ্গো আমরা অ্যাকসেপ্ট করি না। অনেকেই জিজ্ঞাসা করে ডু ইউ অ্যাকসেপ্ট ডুওলিঙ্গো? নো। আইএলটিএস এর পাশাপাশি we allow PTE, TOEFL, these programs, linguaskill. These are the other options. Yeah.
অলরাইট, সো ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্টসদের জন্য কি এপিইউতে কোনো ধরনের স্কলারশিপস অপশন আছে?
হ্যাঁ আছে। It's given under merit scholarship, so এটা পুরাই মেরিটের উপরে। তো এসএসসি এইচএসসি যাদের ব্যাকগ্রাউন্ড ওদের জন্য মেরিট স্কলারশিপটা জিপিএ 4 থেকে শুরু হয়। সো 4 and above 10%, তারপরে 4.5 and above 15%, 4.8 and above maximum scholarship 30%. So maximum যেটা দেওয়া হয় এপিইউ থেকে সেটা হচ্ছে 30%। এটা গেল যারা আমাদের ন্যাশনাল কারিকুলামে পড়াশোনা করে। ও লেভেলস এ লেভেলস এর জন্যও আছে। ও লেভেলস এ এটলিস্ট 6 to 7 A's দিয়ে শুরু হয় 10%-এ। তারপরে 8 A's is 20% and 9 A's is 30%. সিমিলারলি এ লেভেলসেও আছে এএসি অথবা এএসি অথবা yeah, that one is 10%. তারপরে AAB is 20% and 3A's is 30%. So these are the scholarship, merit scholarship criterias.
ওকে। সো স্কলারশিপ এপ্লাই করার জন্য কি আলাদা কোনো মানে আলাদা করে কোনো ফর্ম ফিল আপ করতে হয় নাকি অ্যাডমিশন
Nothing
অ্যাপ্লিকেশনের
like
সাথে
that.
আপনি
It's auto applied, you know. As soon as we see that the student is eligible, we just apply the scholarship itself. There's no need for any additional request for that
ওকে।
or forms to
তো
be filled.
ওকে। সো রিসেন্ট হচ্ছে কি ভিসা রেশিও নিয়ে অনেকের মধ্যে অনেক কনফিউশন থাকে। সো রিসেন্ট ভিসা অ্যাপ্রুভাল রেট বাংলাদেশ থেকে কিরকম মালয়েশিয়া?
The recent visa approval rate is still the same as before, only that they're being called for interviews. This was not as frequently done before by the Malaysian embassy, but now they're doing that. So it's best that the students are ready to face any interviews that they might be conducting. It's a very random, বলা যায় না। কারো আছে অনেক হিস্ট্রিও আছে মালয়েশিয়ায় থাকার, আগেও পড়াশোনা করেন এভরিথিং, তাকেও অথবা visiting a lot of other countries in the world, you know, including the West, তাকে ইন্টারভিউতে ডাকা হয়েছে। অনেকে আছে যে they didn't need it, but these days they're actually a bit more stricter. I think due to our political situation. So they're trying to screen out the students, genuine students, a bit more. So that's the only thing that's there. But generally, the visa approval rate is still very high. Yeah, almost 90% and above, Balaji. If all the documents are in order, everything is, you know, legit, everything is verifiable, then there's no issues.
ওকে। সো অ্যানাদার মোস্ট আস্কড কোয়েশ্চেন, অ্যাট লিস্ট আমি তো এডুকেশন কাউন্সিলর হিসেবে অনেক পাই, সেটা হচ্ছে এপিইউ এর ক্যাম্পাস লাইফ কেমন? ইন্টারন্যাশনাল স্টুডেন্টসদের জন্য কি ধরনের ফ্যাসিলিটিস অ্যাভেলেবল আছে?
It's very happening and it's very lively. One reason is it's extremely diverse. There are students from over 130 countries, and what's even better is that APU is home to over 500 Bangladeshi students as of now. So Bangladeshi communityটা অনেক big and strong ইপিইউতে, that might make, you know, newcomers a bit more comfortable যে আচ্ছা যাবো, and other at the same time they will also meet people from all over the world, you know, in their classrooms, outside the classrooms, while they're roaming around the campus, taking part in activities or joining clubs. So it's a very there will always be something happening, you know, this booths popping up here and there and posters all over the university. This is happening. Take part in this or be a part of this, or they're going on a tour, you know. So it's very good, and also we're very supportive to international students. You know, like. Me being one of them, my first experiences with APU is that even if you have, they try their best, we try our best to resolve any issues or problems that students might come up with. You know, you never know. They're coming to a different country, different place, you know, their parents are sending them away for the first time. Most students who come are usually like 18, 19, or 20 years old, right? They never lived on their own. They're never, you know, parents, especially Bangladeshis. So in that case, APU is a very safe university. The accommodation facilities that we give are very safe as well, safe and up to the mark. So I think overall, students do have a very good and lasting experience at APU.
Okay. So speaking of accommodation, APU তে কি এয়ারপোর্ট পিক আপ বা হচ্ছে অন ক্যাম্পাস অ্যাকোমোডেশন ডর্ম যেটা আর কি সেটার মতো কোনো ফ্যাসিলিটিস প্রোভাইড করা হয়?
We have our on-campus accommodation that can accommodate over 2,000 students on campus, which is currently full. And apart from that, we also have off-campus options. We have three different accommodations. One is City of Green, another one is M Vertica, and then Bloomsvale. So if student and they're from different range of pricing, so some are very affordable, some are medium ranged, and some are quite premium, because we also have super premium offerings for the students who do want that, they want to live in a single apartment or a single room with attached bath, and everything is personal, those. And addressing, you're asking about whether we have airport pickups. Yes, we do. We do airport pickups for our students who will be staying at our APU accommodation. So we pick them up from the airport, depending on the time of the flight. And then if it's still during our operation hours, we will take them directly to APU, get the registration done, and then drop them at their accommodation. If not, then if they're not staying at one of our accommodations or anything, we can do pickup, but they will be dropped off at our campus, and from there they have to avail their own transport to their private accommodations, whichever they have secured themselves.
Okay. So thank you so much everyone for joining today's session. Thank you so much, আপু। আজকের এই ওয়েবিনারটা খুবই ইনফরমেটিভ অ্যান্ড ইন্টারেক্টিভ ছিল, অ্যান্ড তার জন্য আমি স্পেশাল থ্যাঙ্কস জানাতে চাচ্ছি হচ্ছে হিলমি আপুকে, যিনি শুধু এশিয়া প্যাসিফিক ইউনিভার্সিটির রিপ্রেজেন্টেটিভ না, বরং হচ্ছে একজন ফর্মার স্টুডেন্ট হিসেবে কিছু ইম্পর্টেন্ট ফ্যাক্ট শেয়ার করেছেন। সো এই সেশনটার মাধ্যমে আশা করি সবাই এপিইউ অ্যান্ড মালয়েশিয়াতে হায়ার স্টাডি নিয়ে একটা ক্লিয়ার আইডিয়া পেয়েছে। And যারা এখনো কোনো ডিসিশন নিতে পারছেন না বা অ্যাপ্লাই করতে চাচ্ছেন, feel free to contact us at West Educare. Till then, stay connected, stay curious. Good luck with your journey ahead, and see you soon.
Thank you so much, Yusrat, for conducting or taking the initiative to have this webinar today. And I'm very glad to be a part of it. And I hope it has given some valuable information for all the audience that joined this live session. And thank you again, Quest Educare. All right.